is Claire Renee. We're back for the last video of the Meridian series, which is going to be focused on our stomach. Now, what is the stomach good for? I think we all know, digestion. But also, if you didn't know, it has a lot to do with our mental state. So we're going to be focusing on the front of the legs and feet. We're going to be focused on the chest and the belly, of course. I'm not going to chat your ear off too long. You can grab blocks. You may not need them, but if you want to have them on hand, that's always a good choice, just to have them by your mat. But if you have no props, you should be totally fine for this sequence today. And grab your mat, and I'll meet you there. We're going to start on our knees today, sitting up nice and tall, sitting on the heels, or as close to your heels as you can get. Spine nice and long, shoulders away from your ears. Big inhales and exhales to start. And continuing with the breath, go ahead and roll the head towards the right in a big circle and the opposite direction. From here, you're going to roll the shoulders back twice and bring them forward twice. Beautiful. We're going to start with our hands and knees position, just all fours for a moment, and walk the hands out in front of you. That's all you got to do. Keeping the hips above the knees. So we're not going into a child's pose where we sit the bum as close to our heels as we can get. We want to keep those hips aligned with the knees. Chest going towards the mat. You can rest your forehead on the mat or even your chin. Now I do notice that depending on how I'm feeling, this can feel a little intense on your shoulders. So if you feel like there's a lot of pressure there or you're feeling any pain, widen the hands a bit. Take them out a little bit further and give yourself a little bit of space, and that should relieve some of that tension. Now here I am just adding just a little extra stretch in there for the back of the arms. You can place the hands in prayer position, going towards the direction of your hips and your bum. Think of that thumb as trying to reach towards the back of the room. If you had your hands in the prayer position, go ahead and release the hands and start to come out of the pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Just go into a regular child's pose for a moment. We're not here very long. All right. We're going to come back to hands and knees, and from here go ahead and take that right foot in between the hands into our dragon pose. So thinking of sending that left hip towards the mat. Just gently try and relax into this pose. Easier said than done, but really focus on staying connected to the breath. We are going to be here for a little while, so don't feel like your pose has to be to the max right now. Find your edge. Find a place where you can hold it, and naturally that left hip will drop down towards the mat. You'll start to feel yourself be able to turn off the muscles that you want to engage so badly. Making sure that knee is right on top of the ankle. If you do need blocks here, you can place them underneath each hand for a little support. If you do feel you just need a little bit of help or just need a little bit of cushion between that distance between your hands and the floor right now, if that is affecting how you are able to hold this pose, or if you feel like you're fidgeting at all, by all means, grab a little support, a block, a book, maybe folding up a couple towels or blankets to place under your hands, whatever you need. Great job. Go ahead and release that. Maybe shake out the hips. Maybe find downward facing dog, whatever you feel like you might need before we switch to the other side. We're going to be taking that left foot in between the hands. And once again, take your time, figure out where you need to be on this side. It may feel completely different than the other side, and that is okay. Tension out of the shoulders, out of the face. Breathe into the areas where you feel sensation. For some, it might be that hip flexor on that right hip that is really maybe intense for you. Continue to breathe into that area. For others, it might be the hamstring that you're feeling in that left leg. If that's intense for you, go ahead and just breathe into that area. Give yourself what you need when your body is giving you the messages through the sensations you're feeling. So with this stomach meridian sequence, we're focused on yang energy, which is that warmer energy that flows downward in our bodies. And when there's any kind of imbalance or blockages going on with the meridians that deal with the stomach, that can almost look like, stomach aches, stomach pain, digestive issues, but also it can look like worry. It can look like anxiety. So start to take notice of those feelings, even if you aren't necessarily feeling sick in terms of like a stomach ache. Things like, nervousness, anxiety, and all that worry can, in turn, also cause stomach pain or stomach issues or digestive issues. And I always find this is maybe a good sequence to come to if you're ever having those feelings or any of those symptoms. It's not a cure-all. I'm not a doctor. And if you are having any serious issues, of course, I will always say please visit your physician. Make sure that you're taking any medications that you need to be taking. I don't think yoga is a cure-all for everything, but I do think that it's a great way to move your body and be able to be in tune with it. Let's go ahead and release this pose. Take a moment once again, shake it out, maybe find downward facing dog, and then we're going to find our way onto our stomachs. Now go ahead and take that left forearm, rest your forehead on there, and take that right arm and grab that right foot, top of your right foot, for a nice quad stretch. Thinking of trying to bring that heel as close to your glute as you can. Great job. Go ahead and gently release that foot. And all you're going to do here is just switch sides. Take that right forearm in front of you. Rest your head and go ahead and grab that left foot with the left hand. And just find where you need to be. Go ahead and let that foot go. Let's go ahead and find our way onto our backs. And gently go ahead and straighten that left leg. Pull that right knee in towards your chest. And then we're going to just take that leg across the body, opening up that right arm. You can look towards the right arm, or you can look towards the ceiling, whatever you're comfortable with. I like to place my left hand on that right knee. Just feel that beautiful stretch in the low back. Beautiful. Gently guide that knee back to the center. Take the knees in for a moment and switch. Straighten out that right leg. Take that left knee across the body, opening up that left arm. Take your time and bring that knee back to the center. Bring both knees in towards the chest and maybe rock from side to side, giving yourself a little massage on the low back. And from here, release the feet onto the mat. You can place your palms up or down, whatever you're feeling today. Just find yourself in a nice, comfortable position, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe roll the shoulders back down the spine. And in Savasana today, I just want you to take stock on all of the simple and beautiful things you have in your life. Even when you feel like there's other things you want at the moment, or the there are other things that you're striving for or working towards, I want you to take stock of what you have now. Find some movement in your fingers and your toes, wrists and your ankles. Maybe you want to stretch overhead. And then we're going to roll over to our side, whatever side you're comfortable with. And slowly just take your time coming up into a comfortable seat. And just take a moment to just sit with yourself for a moment and just see how you feel. Take a big inhale, arms reach towards the sky, heart center as you exhale. Another big one. Take all of this energy you've created. Exhale, heart center, seal that. Last one, inhale, seal all of the good. Exhale, anything you don't need. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening whenever you're doing this. Thank you so much for joining me on this last Meridian video. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.